Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Devin News Reacts here. This is going to be a serious topic, and why I think the WWE, the Power Rangers, and 2017 have sucked a lot this year. I could think of a million reasons why 2017 was such a horrible year, because a lot has happened so fast. Hollywood, real life, even the geek culture. Um, I'm gonna start things off with um, um, the WWE. It's so much politics being played in sports entertainment. You would think that this company would have gotten better, but unfortunately, it ended up going downhill because of it. And let's just say I'm not having a good time so far. It start things off with the Royal Rumble, and the guy we all hate the most is John Cena. The guy is a part timer. He keeps coming back day in and day out, just steals the spotlight from the young talent. And the guy who likes to play politics on everybody, and let's just say he's not doing a very good job at it at all. So when John Cena came back this year, no, in 2017, to beat AJ Styles in the Royal Rumble for the WWE Heavyweight Championship, this is how you know that Vince just loves pushing this faggot to the point where we're going to have to stop watching WWE for good. And let's just say I'm at a point where I'm just going to have to give up watching wrestling, period. Or TV for that matter. So John Cena ends up winning the championship at the Royal Rumble. Then he ends up losing the championship at the Elimination Chamber, and ends up losing it to Bray Wyatt, thank God. But let's just say Bray Wyatt as a champion was long overdue until he loses the championship at WrestleMania, which is by far the dumbest thing the WWE has ever done. The guy has never won a championship in a long time since he's been brought into the WWE. And Roman Reigns, however, is the biggest problem with the WWE and Vince McMahon. He's taking away the pyros, the money in the briefcase, and you not only have the wrong guy to win the 2017 Royal Rumble, but to somebody who wants, and somebody who has to retire Undertaker, and then you're going to have him come out and say the same things over and over again. You beat the Undertaker at WrestleMania. This is your yard now. Like, Vince has really, really ruined Roman Reigns, because this is why I do not like watching wrestling, and this is one of the reasons why I stopped watching the WWE, because I don't even look at wrestling like I used to. And this is how you know Roman Reigns is the worst character, the worst wrestler, the worst person in the world, because no matter how many times we give our opinions about the product, he'll always go after the fans who hates the product. Well, we have a right to voice our opinions, and if you don't like it, you can just take a hike. For some reason, I feel like Vince McMahon has played the role and has played politics on everything, because he's the biggest reason why wrestling sucked in the first place. And may I add, I heard that John Cena was supposed to come back late 2017, and I'm not watching wrestling when this nigga is on there. I don't care. He sucks. And what makes it things even worse is the women's division. Bailey, Sasha Banks, and Asuka. I think they need to change the characters, especially Bailey. I hate her. She's not funny. She's not getting over. And she needs to turn heel right away. Sasha Banks needs to turn heel also because she's been faced for what? God knows how long. Because it's the women's division is dying. And this is one of the reasons why I can't do it. I literally just gave up. It was fine when Sasha Banks and Charlotte in 2016, they had a good rivalry, but the problem is that they played too much hot potatoes back and forth with the women's championship. 1 minute Sasha wins the title on Raw, the next minute she loses at the pay-per-view. That is the biggest beef I have with them. It's because of that. The way they treated these women wrestlers. Like, come on. Even the commentary team has gotten lazy over the years. I mean, first it was the two commentators with Jim Ross and Jerry the King Lawler, Michael Cole and JBL, Michael Cole and Taz, and now you got Jerry the King Lawler and Michael Cole. Nowadays you got three commentators, Corey, Barry Saxton, and Michael Cole. SmackDown you have some other guys that I don't know. And this is how you know that Vince has ruined this company. And personally, I really think that Vince McMahon needs to just retire. Because I'm already over this guy already. Because there's no excuse. All the guy ever cares about is money and power. He does not care about the fans, about what we want and what we think whatsoever. His product stinks. With John Cena still facing the company, it stinks. Because the guy is still coming in and burying people. Burying young talent who were going to be the future of the company. And we're not going to see that because Vince has always pushed, getting his so-called hand-picked favorites like John Cena, Roman Reigns, and all the big guys with muscles. He doesn't even believe guys with actual talent. I really just don't understand what has this company gone to these days. What has WWE come to? Do you want to? Yes, I do. I do want it to go back to TV 14. Because when it's still PG, it sucks. That's why I can't even watch, the product. Because the product sucks. It's terrible. And you want to know what else is terrible? The Power Rangers has been terrible. Ever since 1993, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers debuted. And it was one of the most successful shows overnight. And let's just say with great success comes with great controversy. Parents claim that the show is too violent. Martial arts is not violent. It's called martial arts. It's fake. It ain't real. Maybe if you want to teach taking your child to martial arts schools, then they wouldn't be, be play fighting and stuff. At least in the 90s, they were giving a positive message towards the kids, let them know that it is dangerous to do this and that. Did you not look at the positive message back then, parents? Because if you didn't, you're dumb as a mug. I don't think so. I think smarks are giving their overall opinions. And that's why I said that I wasn't going to watch wrestling anymore. But I said that in my last live stream that I was going to do a reaction to Raw 25th anniversary special with Jim Ross and Jerry the King Lawler coming back only for one night. So yeah, the Power Rangers nowadays sucks now that it's on Nickelodeon, and I personally can tell you what this whole story was about. Vince McMahon is killing wrestling. He is. Vince McMahon needs to retire. Period. Um, Ever since Samurai came along, I feel like the show was already going down the drain. Number one, Samurai was a terrible show. Bad acting, bad storylines. It was just a copy paste off of Super Sentai, Samurai Sentai, Shikinja. Even Megaforce, part of Megaforce was following the same formula, same format. Every Megaforce actors had the same had on jackets. So that goes to show you that I miss the 90s and the early 2000s. I do too. The 90s and in the early 2000s were the golden age of the WWE. But once the 2010s came along, I was done. And yet I still watched it. So what am I talking about? The Power Rangers Samurai was terrible. Megaforce, the Super Megaforce was terrible because the so-called 20th anniversary misrepresented the Rangers from the past 21st seasons. Not Rangers from Japan, from Japanese television. We're talking about Rangers from America. If you're going to do an anniversary season, you better represent people right. Message retracted. I don't know what that mean, man. I miss the late 90s and early 2000s. I do too. With Jim Ross commentating, yeah, those were the golden days, man. Those were the good old days. It ain't like that no more because Vince McMahon has already killed it. The Power Rangers sucks. Now that it's on Nickelodeon. Down on Charge was good. The second season was not. Ninja Steel was trash. It's still trash today because Ninja Steel, the season was this year. Like, I feel like Saban is doing this on purpose. He hates Power Rangers. He doesn't even care about his franchise like he used to do. And nowadays, you have fans that are making these fan movies. They're doing a lot better than Hollywood does. And especially with the 2017 Power Rangers reboot that did horribly in the box office because it felt too much. The late 90s and early 2000s were the golden age of wrestling, music, and MTV. Yeah, they were. Nowadays, it's just a bunch of dumb reality shows, and that's why I don't even want to watch TV anymore. I mean, if I did, it'll be probably like the news and a little bit of a talk shows. And then once I do that, I'll probably go and I'll probably just go on YouTube because it's terrible, man. Like TV has gotten stupid nowadays. It's too much reality TV and talk shows. Like you barely see any action TV shows these days. In a few minutes, I'm going to do a live reaction to top 10 reasons Dragon Ball GT disappointed. After this video. So, Haim Saban is just like Vince McMahon in a lot of ways. They care about money. They care about their own selves, but the fans. Because we, as the fans, have been, why is NXT better than the main roster? Because Triple H knows how to run the show right, unlike Vince McMahon. Shoot, why can't Shane McMahon just run both Raw and SmackDown? He's doing better than, Kurt Angle and Stephanie McMahon. Them. Like, I really just don't understand. Like, I don't know when Vince McMahon is going to retire. The guy is 72 or 3 years old. Like, come on. It's really time for him to just let it go. Look. One of my overall thoughts on the Power Rangers and the WWE. They're both the same thing. Vince and Haim Saban only care about money, fame, and power. And just, that's it. They try their hardest to invest in their products to the fans that want to enjoy it, but they just can't because of the stuff that you're doing with the product, shoving it down our throats for God knows how long. And you know what? I really can't take it anymore. Either Triple H or Shane McMahon needs to be the new owner. Bruh, I just said the same thing. I've said this in my videos all the time. Shane McMahon and Triple H are the perfect choice to run a company. Because they know how to treat wrestlers. They know how to protect certain wrestlers. Because when Triple H brings the main roster, brings NXT to the main roster, the main roster, excuse me, he's gonna make sure that they're protected from Vince, if you know what I mean. And then you have the sexual assault situation that is going on right now. Every day I look at the news, that's all I hear is about somebody being groped, somebody's being touched, somebody's being sexually assaulted, this and that. It's like, why am I all of a sudden hearing this now? Yep, you are right. NXT is better than the main roster. They are. Look, 2017 has been a horrible year for everybody. Hollywood, sports, geek cultures, you name it. Even politics has gotten in the way of what we all enjoy, whether it's comics, movies, TV shows, video games, you name it. Every single thing that we enjoy, it's like they just want to shut it down so that they can break us down the drain with them. We ain't gonna do that. Where I come from, I stay positive. 2017, WWE was one of the worst years ever. It is, thanks to politics. It's ruined everything. And you know what? And speaking of 2017's WWE, John Cena was the biggest reason why this company sucked. The guy, let me tell you what pissed me off about SmackDown this year. When Baron Corbin cashed in his Money in the Bank, just only watch NXT and don't watch the main roster. I'm gonna check them out on YouTube, but yeah, I don't have the WWE Network. You gotta pay for that stuff though, even Netflix. So I always watch on YouTube whenever I want to check out some NXT action. So if you guys remember the episode on SmackDown when Baron Corbin came in and cashed in his Money in the Bank briefcase, which was a fail because number one, Cena just basically screwed him over by distracting him. And I really don't understand why he couldn't just wait until SummerSlam to. Yeah, even though it's PG, it's still better than Raw and SmackDown. So at least they got some real action going on. CM Punk's Pipe Pump was the best in the world. I don't know what year was it. It was 2011. Yeah, man, it was 2011 when CM Punk made that pyro. Not only that, but he changed WWE. Because if it wasn't for that pipe bomb CM Punk made, man, I think we would have been watching wrestling today. Because everything the nigga just said out of his mouth was all true. And John Cena kissed so much booty ever since he was babyface. And Dwayne is doing the same. No, Dwayne The Rock Johnson doing the same thing. Even Hulk Hogan did the same thing as well. They're all kissing up to Vince McMahon like he's, the god of the WWE. Just like Luke Kane is kissing Raiden, like just because he's the god of thunder. Just like the Power Rangers fans kissing but Jason Frank because he's the god of Mighty Morphin. What if WWE goes by the TV-14? I don't know. It probably won't. If it ain't, then I don't know what else to tell you, because other things, they're gonna go out of business if they don't change things up. Yeah, so getting back to what I'm saying about the year itself. The whole sexual assault thing started with Harvey Weinstein. Uh, like, I sometimes wonder, why do you have to end this year like this? It's like I said, every day I look at the news, that's all I hear is just the whole sexual assault thing. It's like, it ain't nothing new. It's the same thing. And then you got Donald Trump is being accused of sexual assault. Look, to be honest though, I don't know if what if WWE goes out of business. That's their fault, not ours. You know what I'm saying? They're the one. It's like they're the one who killed their own product. It's like they're the ones who destroyed their product, not us, because we're the ones that be complaining about the product. But look, your product sucks. You need to change and step your game up, or we're done watching. But it's unfortunate that they're not gonna change their product, and this is how you know that they're gonna go out of business if they don't, step up to the plate. Plus, get rid of like 3 commentators and just kept to like you, and just keep 2 like you've been doing before, both Raw and SmackDown, and on NXT. If you do that, then you're gonna draw more viewers in, and then you're gonna have the best product ever. Attitude Era or Ruthless Aggression Era. I think both, because they were both Attitude Era and Ruthless Aggression Era. They both show great storylines of wrestlers. They tell good stories. I blame Triple H for sabotage WWE Survivor Series 2017 because he won NXT War Games pay-per-view to be Survivor Series. Yeah. I think Triple H did not need to compete in the Survivor Series because, number one, he runs NXT, and 2, Kurt Angle could have used somebody stronger, or he could have just called The Undertaker to compete in the Survivor Series. Attitude Era forever. Yeah, man, Attitude Era is forever. Attitude for life. Attitude for life, my nigga. Look, my overall thoughts on 2017 is a hot mess. So, in-ring action don't matter. That too. I think in-ring action has gotten stupid. Every single wrestling match I see, especially on Raw, because even though it's 3 hours long and it needs to go, every single match I've seen of wrestlers getting it on in the ring, the crowd is barely into it. And this is how you know Vince McMahon has ruined them. The crowd sucks. They insult the fans' intelligence so much to the point where the fans are going to stop watching wrestling for good. Because I know this for a fact, because I said this all the time. Bruce Bliss said it himself. Nobody is going to watch this crappy storylines and matches until all this PG madness stop. On characters and storylines matters. It does. But Vince McMahon doesn't care. He never did care. And that's the worst part. Even the Redskins has gotten terrible. Redskins has been sucking as of lately because they do. Because Redskins suck. Even though I'm from Washington D.C. Look, here's the thing. I was born and raised in Washington D.C. All right. The brand split needs to go. It needs to. Yes, it does. Even though I was born and raised in Washington D.C., the Redskins suck. The BG era needs to die because who's the best commentators on YouTube? I mean, in your opinion, Jim Ross and Jerry the King Lawler. From the early 90s, from the 80s, late 80s and early 90s, Gorilla Monsoon and the other guy, those two were my absolute favorite commentators, including Vince McMahon back then. But Jim Ross and Jerry the King Lawler, those two were always my favorite commentators of all time. Like, you cannot beat Jim Ross and Jerry the King Lawler. Like, you just can't. PG era needs to go. It needs to. Everybody says the PG era is done. No, it's not. If every time you look at the intro TV PG V, that means the PG era is still going on. Like, nowadays there's a 2BC appealing to the kids all the time. Like, what kids? Like, what's the deal? Like, have they lost faith in us? Do they not care about the adult fans? I hate PG. I do too. I mean, PG has killed it for me. And you know, I can admit, when PG first started in 2008, after the whole Chris Benoit murder suicide thing, I feel like once they went PG, it went downhill. But it was fine. It was still fine at first. TV 14, TV PG, and rated T for life. Rated T. If you using rated T, that sounds like rated T for teen for video games, not for TV, because that wouldn't make sense whatsoever. I'm trying to think of another reason why 2017 was the worst. YouTube was the worst thing. No, sucked this year, because here's the thing. Last year, when I first started doing YouTube, late last year, it was on October on my first channel, W Hughes Reacts 1. That channel is on my tablet, so that's my tablet channel. I was basically just doing reactions to Raw, TV 14, and PG 13 for life. Yeah, I know. I was basically just doing reactions to Monday Night Raw, but once 2017 came along, I've gotten better at my uploads, learning how to put the original link to the videos, and putting my social media account on my and link in the description. I basically did the same thing with my mobile channel as well. Late last year, late 2016, when my first video was a reaction video to the Ronda Rousey second loss fight. And I've been doing reaction videos ever since then. And my channel has been booming, even though it's not all the way out there. But it's up there now that I got my first 100 subscribers this year, thanks to a lot of requests from the BTS army. And because of them, I became an army for some strange reason. But anyways, I love it. I love it. But the thing is, you know, it was because of them I got my first 100 subscribers. And I almost did. I mean, I almost considered doing a live, doing a video of me thanking my subscribers for my first 100 subs. So my top 3 is WrestleMania 17, Edge Live Sex Celebration, Punk Pipe Bomb. Yeah, man, those. Listen, WrestleMania 17 was one of the best, hands down. Almost all the matches were good. The Edge Sex Live Celebration was good, but it was classic, but it was still sexual at the same time. LOL. Even CM Punk's, Punk's Pipe Bomb was the best. Yeah, it needs to, man. Like, kids don't even care about sexual content because kids are smart. They know about this stuff already. So no need for you to keep treating kids like dummies. They're doing the same thing to Power Rangers as well. Like, you're treating kids like they're dummies. Like, here's the thing with Power Rangers nowadays, though. With the 90s and the early 2000s, it felt like I was watching a soap opera when it comes to Kimberly and Tommy's relationship. and even Time Force as well. But with the Neo Saban era, they went Barney the Dinosaur on it. I just gave up watching Power Rangers, period. With Ninja Steel, I just throw up in my mouth. It was disgusting. Ninja Steel stinks. Like, it was so god awful to the point where I didn't even want to even watch the rest of the season. Like, Will Schufeld's character sucked. And so does he. Alongside Angel Gray's Troy and Alex Hartman's Jaden. The only good Red Ranger, in my opinion, from the Neo Saban era is Tyler from Dino Charge. Brendan Magia, shout out to him, by the way. Yes, Cartoon Network has sucked a lot. You know what? Speaking of Cartoon Network, I hate it. I really hate Cartoon Network. Power Rangers years ago was lit. Tommy's my favorite. I know, yeah, man. I mean, listen, about Tommy the character, when he first started as the Green Ranger, he was evil. I loved him as the evil Green Ranger, but once he became good, he absolutely sucked. Until once they burnt the green candle out, he started losing his powers back and forth. Let me compare something to Tommy's powers. If you have 2-type diabetes, right, and your numbers go up or down, and then you find it hard to keep the balance between numbers and your sugar and your blood levels. So when your number when you're feeling dizzy, that means that your sugar has gone up. And once you check your numbers, that means that you're in danger. You're not healthy. What if they changed to TVPG DSV? I don't know what the heck you talking about. To be honest with you, so getting back to what I'm saying about Tommy's powers and 2-type diabetes, when you actually compare the two together, it kind of makes sense. Like I said, say if you have diabetes, right, and you check your blood, your blood sugar, and your numbers go up or down, and then once your numbers goes up, that means you're good, you're healthy, you're eating right. So once your numbers goes down, you're losing your blood sugar. That means that you're not healthy. So in comparison to Tommy's Green Ranger's powers, when he morphs, he's strong. But whenever he loses his powers, fighting the monster and the Putty Patrollers, yeah, I like heels too because they give out. Heels are better than faces, in my opinion, because they tell the truth. Unlike baby faces, when they come out and just kiss everybody's butt all the time, much like Cena and Reigns do. But to me, Tommy Oliver was not the strongest Green Ranger of all time. I don't like faces either, though. Tommy Oliver was not the strongest Green Ranger that everybody on social media, even on YouTube, is making him out to be, because he's not the strongest. Even Anthony Marsh Jr.'s, aka PR Lost Galaxy 2014, did a retrospect on the whole Mighty Morphin Power Rangers series itself. Tommy Oliver was not that strong. They tried to overexpose him in the Mighty Morphin era because he was not even that popular, to be honest. Yeah, Dean Ambrose needs to turn heel because I think his babyface run is so overrated, because to me, Dean Ambrose is not that funny. They try to make him a modern day Mankind. He's like, he has two different personalities, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. One minute he's normal, and then the next he's crazy. So they tried to make him into a Mankind. No offense, Sami Zayn needs to go. His gimmick as goofy is, yeah, it is too. And I really do not like his heel run right now. Like, They could have just made him like Kevin Owens, like the Savage, like the bat, heel. I didn't say the A word because one, my 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 channel is mostly censored because I can't curse on my channel though. I mean, nigga is one thing, but everything else I can't say though. But you guys know where I'm coming from with this, right? Tommy Oliver was not the strongest character because once he became the White Ranger, he was the strongest character. But I did not like him as a leader. I liked him as the White Ranger because like his fight scenes with Goddard was fun to watch. But Tommy as the Green Ranger is overrated. It gets too much nostalgia praise nowadays. And if you go on my Instagram, I did a few fan art of him because I was just trying to do my redesign of the 1993's VHS box art. I love the box art because one, they're awesome. I don't mind AJ Styles as a face because he's still one of the best wrestlers. But the reason why I don't like AJ Styles as a heel because it's the way that they misused him. Coming out, repeating the same thing over and over again. But I think once he became a face, he pretty much established himself and over times. But I think AJ Styles as heel is okay for me. But I personally think that him as babyface, I'm okay with it. As long as they use him right, I'm fine with it. So Tommy as the White Ranger is good. Him as the Green Ranger, I don't like because once he became good, he sucked balls. He sucked monkey nuts. I don't like Jinder Mahal. His gimmick don't work. He say he's from India, but he's from Canada. Are you serious? Is Jinder Mahal Canadian for real? Then why did they have him? What? Are you seriously telling me that Jinder Mahal is Canadian? Why did they make him look like he's Indian or something? Because of his skin tone? What am I missing here? You lying. Kevin Owens? No. Bruh. Jinder Mahal is Canadian? What? Bro, are you for real? Are you serious? Jinder Mahal is Canadian? I thought he was Indian. And if that was the case, why I was on Facebook the other day and he lost the match in his hometown, his so-called hometown of India. Like, for what? Yeah, man. I'm gonna have to look it up. Maverick, let me do that one now. Stone Cold Steve Austin was better as a heel than face. Both. You cannot be lying, bro. You cannot be lying to me right now. If Jinder Mahal is actually Canadian, I'm about to look it up right now. Hold on, let me delete some No, bro. I want to see for myself because I want to know if he's actually Indian or not because I think the WWE lied to us. Yep, you were right. He's Canadian. Why would WWE do that? Why would they lie to the fans? You see, this is exactly what I was talking about. They bring in wrestlers and you don't know their race. Like, say, you know what I'm saying? They treated black wrestlers like were thugs or something for years now. And it's like the stereotype is real. It's like Vince McMahon is truly a racist. He doesn't know any of the wrestlers' race, where they come from, what their background is, what the, you know. Stone Cold Steve Austin was better and funnier as a heel than a face. I think Stone Cold Steve Austin was better in both heel and face because, number one, he made it work. 2, he was funny. 3, he was the best heel. 4, he had a better mic work than John Cena. And 5, he's Stone Cold Steve Austin. Like, that's all he is. He's just Stone Cold Steve Austin. I can't believe this and this faggot company lied to the fans. I actually thought this nigga was like this nigga was like Indian in some mess. Do you think Roman Hall wait a minute. Do you watch Roman Hall Productions? Nah, man, I'm gonna check my map. Let me do that right now that I got my tablet with me. Alright. What Coach of Wrestling said that on their video they hold on, wait a minute. I wouldn't go that far and say that he's is better than Deluxe Man. What Coach of Wrestling said that on their video, they got a video on their channel. They did the research. Okay, okay, but I wouldn't say that Roman Hall Productions is better than Deluxe Man. Listen, I'm gonna check him out, and then I'm gonna give you my overall thoughts on him too. This image ruined my day. I mean, he seems funny. Yeah, he seems interesting, man. But I don't know why we got exposed to marks. Why would he put? I'm talking about Deluxe Man. Aren't you? Isn't he a smart too? Because they're giving their honest opinions on product. Yeah, I'm gonna check them out soon, but not now. Yeah, man, I'm shocked that General Hall is actually Canadian because like this is my first time actually finding out what he's actually from. He's from Canada, and like why would WWE lie to us like that? Like, come on, Vince. I mean, what you be smoking on? Some that Wiz Khalifa weed or something? Like, what's up? I don't know, man. Like, I think this shit was a bust. Oh, one more thing. The whole Las Vegas incident. Man, them niggas from LA trying to stop cosplayers or any other Comic Con for trying to stop cosplayers from coming in with their fake toys, guns, knives, and swords. Ever since the whole Las Vegas thing happening. In my old channel, in my first channel, WH Reacts 1, I talked about it, and to me, this has politics written all over it, and why I think politics needs to stay out of nerd culture. Like, just because it happened in Las Vegas, does not mean that you could just tell cosplayers to stop coming in cosplaying with fake weapons, guns, swords, knives. Just stop it. Why all of a sudden you want to stop cosplayers from coming in cosplaying with toys and stuff? Like, come on, enough is enough. David, hold on. Dave Mills. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna do a video on that soon. Once I get everything together. Smarks only care about is ring work in pure wrestling. Well, first of all, I think Smarks have, no, you know what? I don't think it's that. They just want to see the product improve. But to me, I just think this company is never going to get any better if they keep treating wrestlers like crap. And Bruce Bliss and all the other wrestling channels, they will tell you the exact same thing too. I don't know why everybody has issues with Smarks, because number one, Smarks are right about everything, and I'm not considering a Smark. I'm just giving you my honest opinions on Smarks. Don't care about characters and storylines. They do. They just want things to get better. And that's the case. I think I'm going to end this live stream, and I'll do a live reaction to Scored PN on top 10 reasons Dragon Ball GT disappointed it. Thank y'all for tuning in with your boy. I love y'all. God bless. And I'll see you later.